Well, welcome to the Business Spotlight series. My name is Tanner O'Brien. I'm a senior partner here at Action Coach in Central Texas. And today I'm sitting down with Raymond Sanchez, who is the co owner of The Good Taco. So excited to be having some conversations around entrepreneurship, around business, around the business, The Good Taco, all of that fun stuff here today. So, Raymond, thank you, first of all, for taking the time to sit down and to be here with me. If we could, let's just start with a little bit of background. Tell us, 10,000 foot view. Who is Raymond, and tell us about the
Yeah,
Good Taco.
awesome. Well, thank you, Tanner, for having us on. We really appreciate it. So myself, background, well, from a small town, back home, uh, small town, about 5,000 people. Then I graduated there and moved to the big city of Austin, where it's been very influential in the food industry. A lot of great places to eat in the Austin area. So I was able to see and taste a lot of good food and really had opportunity to kind of let my imagination run wild on what I would do if I ever had a business. I got into the semiconductor industry, and during that process, I've been there for 20 years. And then the last year and a half, I decided to go on my own and start our own food trailer. I have my mother; she is the cook. She's really told us and taught me how to cook, and she's a great cook. She's well known in the area for her cooking. So we just decided to, kind of put a brand around it and kind of build it from there. And a lot that I've learned in the semiconductor industry that I transferred over from, I was a longtime manager there, and efficiency metrics, things of that nature that they would have bring to the table. My mom was a cook, so she would bring that to the table. And the team, it worked. It seems to be working very well. We're taking off. We're doing really well. I'm sure we'll talk a little bit more about it, but we just recently bought some property, and we're expanding from a food trailer into a building. So things are going good. Things are going great, and we really appreciate all the community that's been supporting them.
That is fantastic. And you couldn't have picked a better city to be jumping into when it comes to some of the cool food stuff that's been happening and everything. No, that's fantastic. Yeah, there's so many questions I've got just based on that
Yeah,
little bit of background. I
sure.
think, really the first and foremost is so number of years in semiconductor industry, now making that
Uh,
leap to jumping into, own small business about, what'd you say,
for
a year and
sure.
a half ago. What
Yeah.
was that transition like? Was that like tons of fear? Were you like super excited? Was
Oh,
there some other emotions that came up? What was that like for you?
oh, man, couldn't begin to tell you, Tanner. So, I actually was running it as I was in the industry still. So 2 months ago, I actually made the plunge to really go all in with the business. So I left my job after 20 years of all I ever really known. So it just was very a huge risk that we took. There is some promising things that I saw and some good positive things that I'm seeing, but I came to a fork in the road of if I really wanted to really grow and go where I wanted to go, I'm gonna have to make the plunge and really take the leap of faith and really uh, pursue it full time. And I had a great team around me that's starting with my wife and my family that's allowed me to be able to do it. For our future, not only for our future but for our children. To go and visit my mother and then one of my siblings as well. My sister, it's just she came in. I want to say about a couple of months ago to help us really kind of grow forward. So it was this big push, big risk. I moved out of the Austin area to the Edna area. So my life has gone from 2 to 3 months ago. I had no idea I'd be doing what I'm doing right now, but hey, I'm here and I'm 100% committed you know, to the growth, to the expansion, to our customers, to our community. So that's what we're really trying to shoot for and stay consistent and do the right way, do it the right way.
I love that. The and I don't think I've talked to anyone that takes that leap of having, we'll say just stable kind of job in general, whether it's, been a number of
Sure.
years or not, that didn't at least have a little bit of fear going into it.
Oh,
So many of those things just kind of come up in life. I mean, I remember uh moving from we're originally from North Iowa, and I moved down here 2018, I think it was. And one of the things was, what if it all doesn't work out, right? And I
sure.
always remember my dad looked at me and he said, yeah, but what if it does? What if it all does work
Right.
out? It's like, oh man, that's so powerful. um
Right. No, you're right about that.
Raven, I always like to ask, when you look at building the business on where you're at so far, so been in business for a year and a half or so, kind of continuing to grow this, newer in business, my guess is there's a whole bunch of different hats or roles that you have to play in the business at this point. What does that look like today? What does your day to day look like? What role do you play specifically in the business? And I guess, has it changed over the last, year or so?
Yeah, actually it has. So, running it, so I'm about 2 hours away from the actual location of the business because I worked in the Austin area, and then Edna is where it's located, Edna, Texas. So running it from afar and doing the finances, doing the advertising, doing the your menu, things of that, the finances, everything behind the scenes is what I was doing. And my mother would actually run the trailer with an employee that I had. So what's changed now that I did the plunge? It's just me and my mother working in the trailer. So I've become a pretty solid cook. So I'm cooking now. Where my mom's still being great and being the backbone of the business. And now I'm just interacting with customers. Like I said, I'm cooking. Where I'm still doing all those other things that I did behind the scenes. Just now, I'm just a little bit more in the day to day of the food trailer and operating. Working a full, 7 hours a day in it. So it's like I said, it's my full time job now. But it's pretty much what has been going on a day to day basis. It never stops. I'll say that. I want to encourage, other entrepreneurs and other business or people that are looking to do this. Uh, I think people who start a business are hard workers already. I think that the fun doesn't stop when you start a business. And in fact, I think you got to have, a drive to push you through and see your investment or see your thing come to fruition. So I think you have to keep pushing. And it's something I always tell people: start, just start, just go after it and do it. Take the plunge. I'm not saying that it's gonna work out or not. All I know is, like you mentioned before, there is no other option for me. This is gonna work because I'm gonna work my butt off until it does. And I just encourage people to have that mindset. Even when it doesn't look good, keep pushing, keep fighting, and make it happen,
Mm.
Sure.
I love that. So I mean, we got to take some time here. We got to talk about what makes your business so special.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about what makes the good taco the good taco. Like
Yeah.
what is it that everybody loves about it? Give us kind of the spiel of what
Oh,
makes it so awesome.
yeah, for sure. So we start off with just breakfast tacos in the area, and I think we've done a really good job of capturing that market. We're known for our fresh homemade tortillas. We hand make them every day. So something we kind of bring to the area, and we're different from what everybody else is doing. We're very aware that there's other places that sell what we do, but we came with a different approach of homemade tortillas and all of our ingredients being quality based. And then the branding, we don't want just to be one food trailer. We're looking to expand this to become a chain of restaurants, or what I call uh, restaurants. I'm not sure if I want to go fast food route, or if I want to go more sit down based, but we do have a vision. We do have phases. We do have a business plan that we're looking to jump into. But it all starts with our fresh handmade tortillas, quality ingredients, and customer service to a level that, not no matter what, you're going to get 100%. You're going to be 100% satisfied with how you're treated when you come to the Good Taco. And it's been sticking, and the feedback that we're getting is, when are you going to do more lunch? When are you going to be at dinner? When are you going to get another place? When are you going to, everybody wants to grow with us, and we love it. We just announced yesterday, actually, that we bought our property and we're developing it. And the feedback that we got back from the community was amazing. And we're just blown away about how small town USA can really, if you can make it there, you can make it anywhere. So we're just really happy. And like I said, the food is amazing. I eat it every day. So I tease mom. I'm like, my main job is the tortilla taster. I got to make sure everything's on point. But it's a blast. It's a great. I've had more fun doing this job, Tanner, than I've done any job in my life, and I'm selling breakfast tacos. So it's amazing how much fulfillment can come through seeing and being around people, and just being a part of the community is something as special as Edna. So
That is absolutely amazing. And this kind of leads into I love to ask questions around marketing in general. It's one of those
Yeah,
areas that it's vital to every business, not
absolutely.
always the easiest one to figure out, especially today with so many different ways to do marketing. And I have to imagine that the enthusiasm and the passion that you have just kind of plays through everything when it comes to just generalized marketing for your business and having a great product, that sort of thing. But outside of some of those areas that you've shared so far, what has been kind of the philosophy that y'all have when it comes to marketing? How do you get the word out to the potential customers?
Yeah, so social media, right? That's the number one avenue that I've seen is through a lot of different social media platforms. And then the approach that we take is we try to be witty and kind of jovial with our marketing aspects and the videos that we make. We make videos about it, just joking around and having a good time. And then we have our marketing around our products that we like to show to see what we're doing new, and things of that nature. I don't know if I'm allowed to say the social media platforms that we use, but for sure, that's the internet is the number one way to market right now. And if any entrepreneurs out there aren't using it to their advantage, I strongly encourage you to build a following through social media,
Mm.
uh, especially from starting from the ground. It's an affordable way to get your name out there, and kind of going back to about the food, the product, what we serve makes it easy when you have a quality product that people like. Uh, and you build it around that. That's the approach that I take, and have fun with it. You know what I mean? And just people love it. I guess it's just funny. The stuff I try to come up with and be witty with, it's just I get good feedback on it. Not too funny, but not too boring. I just try to be in the middle.
Yeah. And I will ask a question around the platforms because when it comes to food industry, things like that can be very visual. It can be very you have the ability to do videos and images and things like that. Have you found a platform that has kind of played better to the audience, whether it be I think of just like the generalized ones from LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, things like that. Have you found ones that are tend to play a little bit better than the others?
Yeah. So the marketing and the advertising is something that I really, I drive, and I'm on that. That takes majority of my time. What I find is Facebook seems to be a more mature audience, if you will, or I feel like it's what I call the paying customer.
Mm.
Uh, when you get into the Instagram, I try to get into the Snapchats and the Instagram, and I feel like those are just your more younger base. And it's harder to get involved and get that going unless you're kind of in that crowd. Clearly, I'm a 40-year-old man, so I feel kind of weird being on those uh, but and I say that with TikTok is really I really like their video and their the way you can make videos on there. And you want short attention spans, you want quick videos, and TikTok really affords you that. And then you can cross over and post onto Facebook
Mm.
or import into Facebook. So I really think that that combination is what I've used to grow our page the way we have. I find it pretty successful. And then sometimes you can pay for advertising through Facebook to even get to a bigger audience. And
Mm.
I'll do that every now and then if I want to really get the word out on a specific thing that I'm trying to promote or do. But outside of that, that's typically what my go-to is TikTok, Facebook combination. That seems to be boding well for us in the area that we're in.
That's fantastic. And I have to imagine, total wild guess here, but I have to imagine that, word of mouth referrals has got to play a fairly big role. I
Oh,
mean, anytime you got fresh made tortillas and
yeah,
it's delicious, I mean, how do you not, go around and tell everybody else about the amazing, food, that sort of thing. So,
yeah, you're right. I got up to all our customers, and that honestly, if really, that would probably be our number one. I can't believe I didn't mention that. That would probably be our number one way of advertising is through word of mouth. The amount of people that come up there and tell me so and so told them about the good taco that we had the best around. Yes, for sure. Even the Jack, they voted us best breakfast and best breakfast taco, Jackson County, which is the area that we belong to. That's the people speaking, right? So they voted us in, and that got a lot of, again, I call that word of mouth because that wasn't us, that we have nothing to do with that. But just being nominated and just being able to get voted again came all through word of mouth, and those our customers really just supported us in that area. Very great customer base that we have, and Oh, they're the greatest, man. I can't tell you how awesome they are, man. They come and they're supportive. They're there every day, some of them. And they the ice people come and recommend, they say that so and so recommended. I'm giving free tacos to the people that recommended us just because I appreciate them, just because I want them to, kind of taste what we got, and we get them to come back. So that's the beauty of it.
Oh man, I love that. Repeat business. One of the most
Yeah.
important things when it comes to business. We got a saying, we've taken it from the founder of Action Coach, but at the end of the day, profitability comes from repeat business. You can get people keep coming back because they love the thing. That's where a lot of success can take place. You alluded to it already, but I want to just ask a couple questions as you look for the future. Next 3 to 5 years, where are you headed? What are you most excited about? It sounds like there's a lot of expansion and growth kind of in the plan and the vision. But tell us a little bit more about that. What are you most excited about as you look out for the next 3 to 5 years?
Oh, absolutely. You've mentioned already. We're stoked. We're beyond excited right now. We like I said, we just purchased some property. I want to say about 2 months ago, or maybe a month ago. Developing it now. We've got a parking lot going, and we're going to be moving the building there soon. So that still has to that process still has to take its place. I'm looking to get into that before the winter starts. But after that, 3 to 5 years, I want multiple locations. Lord willing, that's what we're shooting for. I want to have a few of these in the greater Texas area at some point. I would love to work my way into the Austin area, and really expand to this, and and make it a Texas thing. I love Texas. I love everything about Texas. And I want to make sure that we stay true to our Texas roots with the type of food that we serve, and show that you can start a business anywhere, and with the right mindset, the right brand, the right quality ingredients, and the great customer base, you can really grow this to how big you want. And I think that's what drives me. I don't know how big it's going to be, but it's my focus until I stop working to grow this as big as it possibly can grow, and expand as much as we can. And that's what gets me excited. What we're able to do in a year and a half, roughly, in the next 3 to 5 years. You just saying that just got me licking my chops, so to speak, because I can't wait to where we're at in 3 to 5 years. And with the team and structure that we have, I think we can go far, man. I really do. And that excites me, not only for me, but my wife, my children, and then, all of us growing, and what this can be for down the road when I'm long gone, that my children can kind of, pick this up and run with it as well. So pretty excited, man.
That's fantastic. We've covered a lot of ground, and I know we could probably sit here for another like
Yeah.
20, 30, 40 minutes and just really dive into things, but I do want to be respectful of the time that we've got. And I like to, drill in with some, call them rapid fire questions, just kind of pull out some additional, little nuggets for the audience here, kind of based on your journey, that sort of thing. So I've got 4 rapid fire questions for you. They're meant to be fairly top ahead answer type deal, but
Okay.
we'll do our best here. So the first one is, when you look at your journey so far, what would you say is your key to success?
My faith.
Mm,
My faith and the direction, and where we're, and who I believe in, and who we push for, and who I'm able to help. And along this road, it's not just been about making a profit or making money. We've been able to help a lot of people, and that makes me happy. And that's what I really want to be about going forward.
I love that. If you could give just one piece of advice to other entrepreneurs out there, what would you give them?
Start, don't stop. Just start and go. Don't look back. We only have one life to live, and if you got it in your heart to do something and you don't do it, you always have a regret. And I'd rather start something and try to do it and it fail, and say that I've tried and I did my best, versus what I should have, could have, would have. So go for it, man. You're a woman, whoever it is, go for it, and pursue your dreams.
Amazing. What's one book that either you've read recently or that you're currently reading that you would recommend to the audience?
Oh, I'm not a big reader, to be honest with you. So I haven't really read a book per se that helped me, if I'm being honest. But I do watch a lot of inspirational videos and things of that nature. And I do watch small business owners and things, and just of that nature that I do follow to kind of help me kind of chart a path, so to speak. Uh, and I know a guy that I don't know if I can name drop, but he's really helped me in what I've done and helped line me where I'm at to be today. So, and I pay for coaching more than I did read a book. If that helps you any. I
Mhm.
really encourage people. If you see people out there that know they've done this before, and it costs money to get coaching, do it. It's a great way to learn from someone that's done it before, and it's like schooling. If they're really good and very successful, why not learn from somebody that's done it? So for sure.
I love that. That's having that kind of accountability mentor, kind of whatever you want to call it as you go out there. Having people you can look at and have kind of been on the path before, whether it's
Right.
absolutely identical to what you're doing or not. Incredibly powerful.
Yeah.
More impactful than reading most books out there. So final kind of rapid fire question, because this one's just kind of a fun one. If you could choose just one area in the business today that you could magically sprinkle some dust on and you'd wake up tomorrow and it was 10 times better than it is today, where would you choose to put that little bit of magic dust?
That's hilarious. I would probably grating cheese and cracking eggs. It's the worst things ever. I swear. I'm just kidding. But yeah, outside of that, I would say the getting up at 4 a.m. If I could just magically sprinkle dust on me where I'm just happy go lucky in the mornings, ready to rock and roll, that gets taxing for sure.
Oh man, I can understand that. So before we finish off on the final question of the day that I always like to round out these conversations on, for those that are watching that want to go and experience a good taco at some point, that want to follow the work that you're doing, even if they're not in the local area yet, where can we advise people to go for more information, to connect with you, to just follow the amazing journey that y'all are on as you continue to grow?
Yeah, for sure. You can always follow us up on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram at Good Taco. Also, you can reach us at www.getagoodtaco.com. You can see our menu there, and you can also order online for the people that are around the area. Other than that, Facebook's probably going to be the best way because that's where we do majority of our communication out to our customers and to the area. Again, you can follow us at Facebook at the Good Taco, and you should see everything is based out of there. So you should see everything what's going on with this.
Excellent. Well, I will be sure to put all of that in the video description below. So as soon as we wrap up here, finish watching this, go down, click the links, make sure you give them a follow, check it out. Make sure you go get a taco if you're in the area. And for those that aren't in the area, ideally we'll, in the next handful of years, we'll be able to be a little bit
Yeah.
closer, over and over. So, Raymond, as we wrap up, I like to end on one specific question, and that is simply this: what is most inspiring to you today?
Oh, I would say it's what inspires me. I would say is being a business owner, and I can't express how it is to make a dollar for your business and to grow. Like when I did that, that really this is what I want to do going forward, right? I had a lot of experience in my recent industry, and I could have got right back into it, and I'd take a lesser road and spend more time. But once you make that it just you get a taste of a different type of I don't know how to explain it. It's just a different type of way to earn money, so to speak, and it inspired me to be the best business owner that I possibly can, and not just for the money, but for to build a team culture, to build, a following where people, a workplace where people want to go, where we can help the community and help people. All of that is what really gets me excited, gets me going. And again, my wife, she's been amazing in allowing us to kind of, jump all in and go all in. And she's there 100%. I can't thank her enough either. So she's a big part of my inspiration as well. And of course, my mother and my father. My father's the unsung hero, and my mom, she just, she's a beast. She's awesome. She's nonstop. She's a soldier. She got to me. I got her. And then now I welcome my sister in, who's really Alicia, who's really stepped in, and I learned a lot from her too, and bringing her in, and we're learning how to work together. So just really a lot of that's my inspiration, my family, and my faith, and what we're able to accomplish through the Good Taco.
Amazing. Raymond, I want to say thank you so much for taking the time. This has been an absolute pleasure getting to know you and your journey and everything about the business. And I just want to say thank you again for taking the time to be here today.
I appreciate you, Tanner. Thank you very much, and great job to you. And we appreciate you giving us this opportunity to kind of talk about the good tacos. So thank you very much.
Of course.